Hey there, Eric Gall here. Today I want to talk to you about how you can use marketing to help your loved one grow. Okay, so in marketing, there's this idea or a strategy of push marketing versus pull marketing. So I want to talk about what the differences are, and then I'm going to share with you how you can use maybe more the pull strategy, because my guess is that you're probably using a lot of push strategy. So let's get into it here. What's the difference between a push and a pull strategy in marketing? Well, a push strategy is a marketer's way of getting something in front of your eyeballs, right? So, if you think of paid ads, that would be push advertising or push marketing, pushing something to you like, hey, look at this, buy this, do this, right? Trying to influence your behavior, your actions to purchase something. So on the flip side of things, what would pull marketing be? Well, pull marketing would be something that naturally draws your interest in, right? It's like, oh, I have this need, and maybe you go and look for it, or you hear a friend that used a specific product or service, and you're like, ooh, like that sounds like exactly what I need, and I'm kind of being pulled into it, right? So two different types of marketing strategy, push versus pull. Now, Eric, what the heck does this have to do? You're asking, what the heck does this have to do with my loved one and helping them grow, and maybe helping them grow their independence or relationships or in other areas of their life? Well, I want to give you an example and talk through it, because so many times we're asking our loved one to do something or telling our loved one to do something, right? We're pushing, right? And the response always isn't positive. Maybe sometimes, and the receptivity of that changes, right? I mean, like, I know you don't like being told what to do, so your loved one probably doesn't like it either, right? And as a caregiver, or when we think about it, our parents, we often don't love the suggestions that our parents are giving us, especially as we're adults and living into our adult years. So an example, I want to talk about relationships for a minute, and how you can use what push versus pull might look like, and just an idea around how you could use pull and how that might be more effective. So push might be you're supporting, you want your loved one to have more friendships, more relationships, and maybe you identify that a cousin would be interested in being in relationship with your loved one, but you're just not sure how to facilitate that or make that happen. And maybe the cousin isn't sure either, right? So you're like, how can I do this? Well, probably the go-to way would be to tell our loved one to, okay, give the cousin a call, or go talk to the cousin, right? And that's push, right? We're pushing our loved one. So what's a different way that we can try this? Well, we can try the pull method, right? Or a pull strategy. So what would a pull strategy look like? Well, it might be sharing with a cousin on how to engage our loved one, right? Because maybe they're a little unsure and not sure how. And I always suggest to families, think ordinary. So how could how would any other cousin interact with their cousin? Well, maybe it's sending the odd text message, right? Maybe it's sending a text message with a picture of like, hey, this is what I'm up to, or hey, what do you think of, this thing that I made, or this is a picture of us on vacation. Maybe you would like this place, right? And sending that text message, and what happens? Well, your loved one gets a text message, their phone lights up. And no, I know who this is. It's my cousin. I open it up. Oh, cool. They sent me a text message and a photo. And oh, cool. Look at this photo. And maybe they're going to, because probably not too many people are doing that with your loved one, right? But that is pulling your loved one into the relationship, into the conversation, right? So two very, very different strategies, ways to approach it. But I want to give you this idea of a push versus a pull. And I want you to think about, if you've been pushing your loved one to do things, maybe thinking about the pull strategy. What's a way that you can naturally draw your loved one's interest into that thing that would be good for them? Whether it's learning a new skill or task, or building relationships, which is the example I gave. But I think this would be helpful for you. So scroll down, leave me a comment and let me know how this resonates with you, the idea of push versus pull, and maybe one idea that you're going to try out in terms of a pull strategy. Love to hear maybe how you're going to experiment with this and give it a try. And if you haven't yet, I have a new workshop on growing independence. So there's a link below. You can go ahead and check that out if you haven't yet. So click on that link and you can register for completely free. I'm Eric Gall. Together, let's take a step forward.